The training arena fell silent as the Corinthian war beast circled its latest victim. Cadet Vexlar, a decorated warrior from the Andorian Prime system, lay crumpled against the reinforced barrier, his exoskeleton cracked and sparking. He was the 47th to fall. Elsa watched from the observation deck, her fingers drumming against the transparent aluminum viewport. Below the creature, a magnificent specimen of engineered lethality, prowled with liquid grace. Its obsidian scales caught the harsh arena lights, and its 6 eyes scanned for the next challenger with predatory intelligence. No one's ever lasted more than 3 minutes, Leon said beside her, his voice tight with concern. Not even the Thorian berserkers. Elsa didn't respond. She was too busy analyzing the pattern. The war beast wasn't just strong or fast, it was adaptive. It learned from each encounter, memorizing fighting styles, anticipating strikes, exploiting weaknesses with surgical precision. That's why the Galactic Coalition had created it. The ultimate test for their elite soldiers, and the ultimate failure for humanity. For 6 cycles, human cadets had been assigned to the Coalition Academy on Station Terminus. For 6 cycles, they had been the laughingstock of the galaxy. Too slow, the instructor said. Too weak, too fragile. Commander Zarthul had made it abundantly clear that humans were only admitted as a political courtesy, not because they belonged among true warriors. Elsa, Leon grabbed her arm. Don't even think about it. She turned to face her fellow human, seeing the fear in his brown eyes. Leon had been her friend since their first day at the academy, the only other member of their species willing to endure the constant humiliation. He was practical, careful, and absolutely right to be afraid. Someone has to, Elsa said simply. She descended the stairs to the arena floor before he could argue further. The gathered cadets, a menagerie of species from across the coalition, parted as she approached. Some chittered with amusement. Others rumbled with what might have been pity. Commander Zarthul, a towering reptilian with ceremonial scars across his scales, regarded her with something approaching surprise. Cadet Elsa, you cannot be serious. Requesting permission to enter the arena, Commander. This is a test for warriors, human, not suicide. Elsa met his golden eyes without flinching. Then let me prove I'm a warrior. A murmur rippled through the crowd. Zarthul's lips curled, revealing rows of crystalline teeth. Very well. Perhaps your failure will finally convince Earth to withdraw its ridiculous application for full membership. He gestured toward the arena entrance. The war beast awaits, the gate sealed behind her with a pneumatic hiss. The arena stretched 30 meters in every direction, its walls scarred from countless battles. And in the center, the war beast watched her with those 6 unblinking eyes. Elsa had no exoskeleton, no energy weapons, no genetic enhancements. She wore standard training fatigues and carried nothing but a simple composite staff, the only weapon humans were typically allowed. The other cadets had entered with plasma rifles, energy shields, and bio-augmented strength. They had all failed. The war beast charged. Elsa didn't run. She didn't raise her staff in a defensive posture or attempt to dodge. Instead, she did something that shocked every observer in the arena. She dropped to one knee and lowered her head. The war beast skidded to a halt 3 meters away, confused. Its targeting protocols had no reference for this behavior. Prey ran, warriors attacked. This human did neither. I see you, Elsa said quietly, her voice carrying in the sudden silence. I see what they've done to you. The creature tilted its massive head, processing. You weren't born to be a test, she continued, slowly raising her eyes to meet the beast's gaze. You were made, engineered, programmed to fight, to win, to prove you're the ultimate weapon. She stood gradually, movements deliberate and non-threatening. But you're tired, aren't you? Tired of the fighting. Tired of being alone. The war beast's scales rippled, a subtle shift that the monitoring systems barely registered, but Elsa recognized instinctively. She had spent weeks studying the creature's behavior, watching footage of every encounter, and she had seen what others missed. The brief hesitation before each kill, the way it returned to its holding cell with what could only be described as exhaustion. On Earth, Elsa said, taking a step forward, we have a saying, the strongest warrior isn't the one who defeats every enemy. It's the one who knows when to stop fighting. Another step. The war beast's muscles tensed but didn't attack. You've proven your point. You've defeated every challenger. You're magnificent and terrifying and everything they designed you to be. Elsa extended her hand, palm up, weaponless. But you're also trapped. Just like me. Just like every human at this academy, trying to prove we belong in a galaxy that sees us as weak. The silence in the observation deck was absolute. Leon pressed his face against the viewport, hardly daring to breathe. So here's what I'm offering, Elsa said, now just an arm's length from the creature. Not a fight, not surrender, but recognition. One trapped soul to another, one warrior to another, not because we're the strongest, but because we understand what it means to endure. The war beast leaned forward, and for a heartbeat, Elsa wondered if she had miscalculated catastrophically. Then slowly, deliberately, the creature lowered its massive head and pressed its scaled snout against her outstretched palm. The arena erupted in chaos. Commander Zarthul stared in disbelief as Elsa stood in the center of the arena, one hand resting gently on the war beast's head. The creature, the unstoppable killing machine that had humiliated the Coalition's finest, had its eyes closed, its body language transformed from predatory to peaceful. Impossible, Zarthul breathed. Leon was laughing and crying simultaneously. That's Elsa, he said to no one in particular. That's humanity. We don't win by being the strongest. We win by giving a damn. In the arena, Elsa smiled as the war beast rumbled contentedly. She had proven her point without throwing a single strike. Sometimes the most human thing, the most powerful thing, wasn't the ability to defeat an enemy. It was the courage to see them as something more,